Hey guys, welcome back to Wondering Muse. Today I'm doing something a little different and a video I did not want to make, but I had to. Because right now, while you're watching this, there are minors, some as young as 13, sitting in a Discord server called Huniepop, surrounded by conversation and content that should have never been accessible to them. And this makes me angry because nobody is doing anything about it. Today, we're looking at a fandom that hasn't been in the spotlight for a while. Huniepop. Yes, the adult-themed Match 3 game from 2015, but this video isn't about the game itself. It's about the HuniePotheads Discord server, a community space linked directly from the official Huniepop website and the serious concerns that fans have raised about how it's being run. From unmoderated conversations to questionable inclusiveness and even the creator's silence on the matter, there's a lot of red flags people are pointing out. So let's talk about it openly, respectfully, and with receipts, because people deserve to feel safe and heard in a fan community. Before we dive in, I'd like to give a special thanks to my little detective, an anonymous source I call Elle. Yes, like Death Note, Elle helped me gather information for this video. Guys, listen, Elle has been following this since December, tracking what's happening, taking screenshots, and connecting other dots that most people would ignore. So, thanks, Elle. This video is not meant to attack anyone, including the creator of the game. These are not allegations. These are facts from my own perspective, based on evidence and experience shared by real people. Let's start with what Huniepop even is. It's a Match 3 puzzle game that looks like a cute anime-style dating sim, but it's actually full of explicit content. It's rated 18+ for a reason. There's sexual dialogue, mature scenes, and unlockable nudity. This is an adult game, period. A few years ago, the game blew up on YouTube. Creators like DashXP, Markiplier played it and ranked up millions of views. Sure, they're funny, but their audience included a lot of young teens, and not all of those videos had a clear age warning. That's how this game started trending with underage views. And once it was popular, curiosity took over. It wasn't hard for minors to find and download the game. Then there's Momo, a cat girl character who acts overly bubbly and childlike. In the game, it literally says she is 1 year old in cat years, which translates to 15 in human years. Like, why? They could have said she was 2, 3, or even 4 in cat years, which would still make her an adult, but instead, they made her barely legal, if that. And I already know a lot of y'all are gonna say, oh, it's just fiction. Alright, but the implications are weird to say the least. So now let's talk about Huniepopheads, a Discord server built around the game. On the surface, it's just a fan server, but once you join, things get dark, fast. The server openly allows minors. Former users confirmed that they've seen minors as young as 13 inside. There's no age verification, and once you're in, you have access to NFSW memes, inappropriate jokes, sexual images and roleplay, and mature conversations happening in non-restricted general chats. Mods claimed the server had protection in place, but when I joined, I saw the truth. No filter, no 18+ gate, no prompt, just a straight into open conversations that no underage person should be part of. Let me make this clear. When adults and minors are hanging out in the same space, talking about sex, dating sims, and anime girls, that's not a fandom anymore. That's a red flag. This community thrives because most people don't say anything. Parents don't know what Discord is, mods turn a blind eye, and kids don't realize they're in danger until it's too late. And because servers like this aren't technically hidden, nobody thinks to report them. That silence is exactly what lets things spiral. Let me tell you about what happened to someone who was in the server for over a year and a half. They were close friends with a member called A, and during a private chat, they shared a traumatic event from their past. A promised to be supportive, but soon later, A ghosted them, no explanation, just disappeared. Confused and triggered, they tried to reach out to a mutual friend, only to be blocked again and again. Then, people in the server started mocking them, calling them childish, twisting their hurt into trauma. or drama. Even a moderator tried to gaslight them about a conversation that was blown out of proportion, and instead of receiving empathy, they were made into a joke. That's what happens in toxic communities, where people are more about fitting in than doing what's right. And we'll see a lot of that in this community. Here's an example. Pause to read. And here's one of A being rude to more people. Now, let's talk about the person in charge, Lounger. This is the guy who could have created a safe, well-moderated community, but he didn't. One longtime member said there was a role called the V-card role, which is still an available role, used to label underage and unexperienced members. A 16-year-old was given that role. That's not just weird, that's dangerous in an adult space. A former member said they personally told Lounger it was inappropriate, but he ignored them. The role stayed. They also claimed Lounger once created a whole text channel defending Netflix Cuties, the same film that got worldwide backlash for sexualizing minors. That channel was eventually deleted, but people remember. And when people raised concerns, Lounger either laughed, blocked them, or kicked them out. There's also a deeper issue here. Even if 16 is considered legal in some places, Discord's own policy says users under 18 should not be exposed to NFSW content, period. Yet, here we are. Kids as young as 13 suspected to be active in the server, reading everything. Let's talk about the Honey Dev. Real name Ryan Coons, the creator of Huniepop. He is in the HuniePotheads Discord server, which is linked on the official Huniepop website. But when it comes to these safety issues, he's been completely silent. Now, to be fair, one of the server admins reached out and explained their side. They said the server is not official, even though it's listed on the site. Like, what? They also claimed minors are locked out of NFSW channels through layers of protection. But that's not true. I joined, I saw it. There were NFSW conversations happening right in general chat, visible to everyone. They said binding minors would make them lie and sneak in anyways, but that's no reason to give up on moderation. That's a reason to raise your standards. And to piggyback off of it being a toxic community, they also admitted, I can see how it can feel like an echo chamber to some newcomers. So you're admitting that you welcome this rude behavior in your community? Let's pause for a second and be real. This video isn't here to cancel anyone. It's not here to accuse or label random people as predators. It's here to raise awareness and show true facts about how fast and unsafe spaces can form online when nobody steps up. Now, let's talk about the AI art being shared in the server. There are AI-generated images depicting characters like Audrey, Jesse, and Caillou made to look noticeably younger, and one of a clearly young Audrey placed in a mature scenario. This wasn't removed. It states in the server rules you're not supposed to share this content, and it is being shown outright with the server owner defending it. At some point, this stops being a fandom and becomes disgusting, and when there are underage users watching as well, that's just inappropriate. That's predatory behavior in plain sight. So, what now? If you're a parent, a friend, or a creator, anyone who cares, pay attention. There are other servers out there that try to verify age, and the HuniePotheads server members actually mock them for it. If you see this stuff, say something, report it, warn others, share this video, because silence is what keeps these communities alive. My final thought, I didn't make this video for likes. I made it because someone had to. There are kids in servers like this right now saying things they shouldn't. Even if someone just rethinks what they're a part of or helps someone else stay safe, this was worth it. L, thank you for noticing, for documenting, and for not looking away. This has been Wondering Muse. Stay safe and stay aware. And remember, be kind to yourself, others, and especially kids growing up online. All content belongs to its original creators. Credit to Huniepop, Nino, Sauli, and others for their work on Huniepop. This video exists purely for awareness and entertainment purposes only. I will also be leaving some resources down in the description below. Thanks for watching.